Hello, Cancer. I am so glad you are here. Take a breath with me before we begin, because the second half of June is bringing you something important. This is not just another horoscope. This is a turning point. Jupiter is sitting in your sign right now, expanding everything it touches, and Saturn is pushing against you from Aries, asking hard questions about what you are still carrying that no longer fits. So today we are going deep. First, I am giving you a full reading for love, health, career, finance, and the cosmic dates you need to know. Then we are doing a pick-a-pile that came directly from what I saw in your stars. Stay with me. This one is for you. Let us start with love, because this is where the second half of June gets tender for you. Mercury is in your sign right now, which means your thoughts about relationships are louder than usual. You are noticing things. The way someone texts you back. The tone in their voice. The small things that used to slide past you are suddenly impossible to ignore. Here's what I want you to understand. Saturn squaring your sign from Aries is putting pressure on the parts of your relationships where you have been avoiding hard conversations. If you are in a partnership, there is something you have been swallowing instead of saying. Maybe you have been keeping the peace by keeping quiet. Maybe you have been making yourself smaller so the other person does not have to change. That pattern is being tested right now. If you are single, this energy shows up differently. You might be noticing that you keep attracting the same kind of person, or that you keep finding reasons to pull back right when someone gets close. Jupiter in your sign is expanding your capacity for love, but Saturn is asking you to look at the walls you built a long time ago. Some of those walls kept you safe once. Some of them are just keeping you lonely now. The concrete thing I want you to do this week is this. Before you retreat into your shell when something feels uncomfortable, pause. Count to 10. Then say one true thing out loud. It does not have to be the whole truth. Just one piece of it. You are so good at feeling everything, Cancer. But sometimes you let your tears do the work that your words should do. This month, practice speaking before you cry. If you are attached, the conversation you need to have is probably about needs. Yours. The ones you have been pretending are not there. If you are single, the question is simpler but harder. Are you actually available, or are you just going through the motions while your heart stays locked away? Jupiter wants to bring someone wonderful into your life. But you have to leave the door open for them to walk through. Now let us talk about your body, Cancer, because I know you have been tired in a way that sleep does not fix. This is not just physical exhaustion. This is the kind of tired that comes from carrying everyone else's feelings on top of your own. Your sign is ruled by the moon, which means your energy rises and falls with emotional tides that most people do not even notice. But you feel all of it. With Saturn squaring you from Aries, there is pressure on your bones, your joints, your structure. Some of you might be feeling it in your knees or your back. Some of you might just feel heavy, like gravity got stronger. This is Saturn asking you to pay attention to how you are holding yourself up. Are you bracing all the time? Are your shoulders up by your ears right now? Let them drop. Here is what I want you to try for the rest of June. Get to bed before midnight at least 4 nights this week. I know you are a night person. I know the house is finally quiet at 11 and that is when you get your alone time. But your body needs those hours before midnight more than the hours after. The quality of sleep is different. Try it and notice how you feel. The other thing I want to say is that your kitchen is your pharmacy right now. You already know this. When you cook, something in you settles. When you make soup or bread or even just a cup of tea the slow way, your nervous system remembers how to calm down. Do not skip this. Even if you are exhausted, 10 minutes making something warm to eat is better medicine than scrolling for an hour. Your hands need to make things. Let them. Career is where things get interesting for you this month, Cancer. Jupiter in your sign is making you more visible than you have been in years. People are noticing you. Opportunities are circling. But here is the thing about Jupiter. It expands whatever is already there. If you have been doing good work quietly, that work is about to get seen. If you have been overworking and burning out, that pattern is about to get bigger too. Saturn squaring you from Aries is adding pressure from authority figures or from the structures you work within. Maybe your boss is demanding more. Maybe the systems at your job are frustrating you. Maybe you are realizing that the role you are in does not fit who you are becoming. This tension is not comfortable, but it is useful. It is showing you where you have been tolerating things that do not work. The move I want you to make this week is to set one clear boundary at work. Just one. Maybe it is not answering emails after 7. Maybe it is saying no to a project that is not yours. Maybe it is asking for help instead of doing everything yourself. You have a tendency to make yourself indispensable, Cancer. You take care of everyone so well that they forget you need care too. This month, let them remember. Here is the truth about your career right now. Your greatest professional gift is your ability to make people feel held. You create environments where others can do their best work because they feel safe. That is rare and valuable. But you cannot pour from an empty cup, and your cup has been low for a while. Protect your energy so you can keep giving it where it matters. Let us talk about money, Cancer, because I know this is a tender subject for you. Your relationship with money is tied up with your relationship with safety. When your bank account feels stable, your whole nervous system relaxes. When it feels uncertain, everything else feels harder. That is not weakness. That is just how you are wired. But it means you need to be intentional about building security. Jupiter in your sign can bring financial expansion, but it can also bring financial overextension. You might be tempted to spend more because you feel more hopeful. You might say yes to things you cannot quite afford because you want to believe it will all work out. I am not saying do not take risks. I am saying take calculated ones. Know your numbers before you commit. The practical thing I want you to do this week is review your recurring charges. Every subscription, every automatic payment, everything that quietly drains your account each month. I bet there is at least one you forgot about. At least one that is not serving you anymore. Cancel it. That money might seem small, but small leaks sink ships. Plug the holes. The other thing I want to name is this. You sometimes confuse your worth with how much you work. You think you deserve money only when you are exhausted. That is a lie you learned somewhere, and it is time to unlearn it. You deserve stability not because you earned it through suffering, but because you are a person who deserves to feel safe. Start building your cushion slowly. Even 20 pounds a week adds up. Even 10. Start somewhere. If you share finances with a partner, this is also the month to have one honest conversation about money. Not a fight. Not an accusation. Just to check in. Where are we? What are we working toward? What are we afraid of? You are good at sensing what others feel, but sometimes you assume instead of asking. Ask. Now let me walk you through the specific dates you need to know for the rest of June. This is your cosmic weather forecast, Cancer, so pay attention. The biggest date is June 30th, and it is a double event. Mercury stations retrograde on that day, and there is also a full moon. That is a lot of energy landing at once, right at the end of the month. Mercury retrograde starting on the 30th means the last few days of June are not the time to sign contracts, make big purchases, or have conversations you cannot take back. Mercury is in your sign, which makes this retrograde personal for you. Miscommunications will hit closer to home. Old thoughts and old patterns will resurface. This is not a punishment. It is a chance to review and revise. But go slowly. The full moon on June 30th is going to illuminate something you have been avoiding. Full moons bring things to completion, and this one lands right as Mercury turns backward. So whatever comes up, you will have time to sit with it, think about it, and process it before you need to act. Do not rush. The answers will come, but they will come slowly. Throughout all of June, Jupiter is in your sign bringing expansion and opportunity. This is rare and beautiful. Jupiter visits each sign only once every 12 years, so this is your moment to grow. But Saturn in Aries is squaring you the whole time, which means growth comes with growing pains. You are being stretched. It is uncomfortable. But you are becoming someone bigger than you were before. Mars in Taurus is sending you supportive energy all month, making a friendly sextile to your sign. This gives you stamina and practical strength when you need it. When Saturn's pressure feels like too much, lean into Mars. Do something physical. Move your body. Take action on small tasks. That grounded Taurus energy will help you feel capable even when emotions are running high. Now we are moving into the pick a pile portion of this reading. The theme came directly from what I saw in your horoscope. With that full moon and Mercury retrograde both landing on June 30th, and Saturn pushing you to look at old patterns, the question your soul is asking is this. What old weight are you finally ready to set down this month? What have you been carrying that is no longer yours to hold? I have 3 charms for you to choose from. Pile 1 is the silver seashell. If you feel drawn to the ocean, to coming home, to something soft and iridescent, this is your pile. Pile 2 is the brass key. If you feel drawn to unlocking something, to opening a door you have kept closed, choose this one. Pile 3 is the rose quartz heart. If you feel drawn to love, to tenderness, to healing something in your chest, this pile is calling you. Take a breath. Do not overthink it. Which charm did you notice first? Which one made something in you lean forward? Trust that. Scroll to your pile, and let us see what the cards have to say about what you are ready to release. Pile 1, you chose the silver seashell, and your first card is the star. Oh, Cancer. This is one of the most healing cards in the entire deck. The star comes after the tower, after everything has fallen apart. It is the moment you look up and realize you survived. You are still here. And not only are you still here, but hope is returning. The weight you are ready to release is the belief that things will never get better. They are already getting better. You just have to let yourself see it. Your second card is the 3 of Cups, and this confirms something important. You are not meant to heal alone. The weight you have been carrying includes the idea that you have to figure everything out by yourself, that asking for help is weakness, that your friends have their own problems. But look at this card. 3 figures celebrating together, cups raised. Your people want to be there for you. The release here is letting them in. Call someone this week. Not to vent, but to connect. Let yourself be held by your community. Your third card is the Ace of Wands, and this is beautiful. The Ace of Wands is pure creative fire, a new beginning, a spark of inspiration. The old weight you are releasing is making room for something new to be born. Maybe it is a project. Maybe it is a new way of seeing yourself. Maybe it is just the energy to try again after a long time of feeling stuck. This card says the spark is already there. You do not have to force it. Just stop smothering it with doubt. Pile 1, your message is clear. Release the isolation. Release the hopelessness. Release the belief that you have to do everything alone. The star says healing is here. The 3 of Cups says your people are here. The Ace of Wands says your spark is here. All you have to do is stop hiding from the good things that are trying to reach you. Let them in. Pile 2, you chose the brass key, and your first card is the Ace of Cups. This is a pure emotional beginning, a heart overflowing, love in its most innocent form. The Ace of Cups says something new is trying to enter your emotional life. Maybe it is a relationship. Maybe it is a new capacity to feel. Maybe it is finally letting yourself receive love instead of just giving it. The weight you are ready to release is whatever has been blocking this flow. The cup is full. You just have to drink from it. Your second card is the 10 of Cups reversed, and this is where it gets real. The 10 of Cups upright is the happy family, the emotional fulfillment, the dream come true. Reversed, it points to family patterns that are not working. Expectations that were placed on you about what happiness should look like. The weight you are carrying might be someone else's definition of home, someone else's idea of what your life should be. The release here is admitting that their dream is not your dream. You get to want something different. Your third card is Death reversed. Now, Death upright is transformation, endings that lead to beginnings. Reversed, it is resistance to that transformation. You know something needs to end, Cancer. You know there is a version of yourself or a situation that has run its course. But you are holding on because letting go feels like losing. Death reversed says the change is coming whether you cooperate or not. The weight you release is the resistance itself. Stop fighting the ending. Let it end so something new can begin. Pile 2, your message is this. The brass key unlocks the door, but you have to turn it. The Ace of Cups says love is waiting. The 10 of Cups reversed says you have to release old family expectations first. Death reversed says you have to stop resisting the transformation that is already happening. The door is right there. The key is in your hand. Turn it. Pile 3, you chose the rose quartz heart, and your first card is the Knight of Wands reversed. The Knight of Wands upright is all fire and forward motion, charging ahead without looking back. Reversed, this energy is either stuck or scattered. You might be rushing into things without thinking, or you might be frozen, unable to move at all. The weight you are carrying is impatience mixed with paralysis. You want things to change, but you are either pushing too hard or not pushing at all. The release here is finding the middle ground. Slow, steady movement. Not frozen. Not frantic. Your second card is the 8 of Swords, and I need you to really hear this one. The 8 of Swords shows a figure bound and blindfolded, surrounded by swords. It looks like she is trapped. But here is the secret of this card. The bindings are loose. She could walk away if she tried. The swords are not actually blocking her path. The weight you are carrying is the belief that you are more stuck than you are. You have convinced yourself there is no way out, but there is. You just cannot see it yet because you are afraid to open your eyes. Your third card is the Hanged Man reversed. The Hanged Man upright is willing surrender, choosing to pause, gaining wisdom through waiting. Reversed, it is stalling. Avoiding the decision you know you need to make. Pretending that waiting is the same as wisdom when really it is just fear. The weight you are releasing is the excuse. The story you tell yourself about why you cannot move yet. The Hanged Man reversed says you have waited long enough. The insight you needed has already come. Now it is time to act. Pile 3, your message is about freedom. The Knight of Wands reversed says stop the frantic energy or the frozen energy and find your pace. The Eight of Swords says you are not as trapped as you think. The Hanged Man reversed says stop stalling and make the choice. The Rose Quartz heart is about self-love, and the most loving thing you can do for yourself right now is to stop pretending you are powerless. You are not. Choose. Cancer, that is your mid-June reading. The back half of this month is asking you to let go of something you have been carrying too long. Whether it is an old belief about love, an expectation about family, or just the story that you are stuck, the stars are saying it is time. Jupiter is expanding you. Saturn is testing you. And the full moon on the 30th is going to show you exactly what needs to end so something new can begin. Thank you for being here with me. I will see you next time. Take care of yourself, Cancer.